On today's episode...
Grandpa, what if I told you Jesus was able to feed more than 100?
That's stretching the limits of my imagination, but yeah, let's go.
Okay, what if I told you he actually fed more than 5,000?
We have Titus and Silas from, where are you guys from?
Pawnee.
Pawnee? Where's Pawnee? What state is that? Oklahoma? Good job. What do y'all like to do for fun in Pawnee?
What's in
park?
Play with my Nintendo at home.
Play with Nintendo at home. That's cool. I like playing games too.
What else do you do?
Sometimes play football inside.
Play football inside.
What else do you like to do?
The football, might kick the football sometimes.
Oh.
Like you put your finger down and you kick it.
Oh yeah, like you're the place kicker, right? And then he comes up. Y'all practice that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You got a field goal?
We've been laughing a lot.
Yeah. Are you excited to be on Kids in Faith?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Silas, can you tell us who else is here on Kids in Faith with us? Who's that over there?
Andy.
Yeah.
Hey, kids.
Sounds like Oklahomans are just like us.
Oh my goodness, today's episode, we have these very special guests with us all the way from Oklahoma. Do y'all know where Oklahoma is? Do you know on the map where, go right now, find a map, find Oklahoma. They're from Pawnee. Say Pawnee.
Pawnee.
But you gotta say it excited. Pawnee.
Pawnee.
That sounds like a cowboy talk.
Yeah, it does sound like a cowboy talk. Pawnee.
Pawnee.
Yeah, Pawnee. So today we are so glad they could join us here in, where are we? Where are we right now?
Oklahoma.
No, where are we right now?
No, Oklahoma.
What's it called?
News to me.
California.
California. California. We're in California. They came all the way to California with their mom and their dad. And what does your dad do? Can you tell all the kids, what does your dad do?
Sometimes he gets a call from his brothers and he always plays Call of Duty with him.
He yells.
He sounds like Grandpa.
You know me.
I bet you Grandpa needs to run on a treadmill and get some exercise.
Maybe so. Maybe so.
Talk good and talk louder.
And talk louder.
Just like Andy.
I can't talk loud because then Grandpa will yell at me.
Kids in Faith roasting.
Just hear a lot of racket, that's what I hear.
Okay, what else besides getting a call from your dad does your dad do?
Like, what's his job?
Yeah.
Does he like work outside?
What does he
He
do?
works for his parents and does what his parents say to work.
Wow, that's all. But I'm looking for something very specific. What does your daddy do? Very specific. Twice a week. Crickets. Andy, do you know what his dad does?
I think I've seen him on TV a few times or on YouTube, but I can't tell. Usually he's running on top of chairs.
Oh.
Oh yeah,
What does he do?
he preaches.
He does
That's
preach.
what he's doing. I see.
Yeah. And
A long time ago, he used to preach and go serious and run on chairs and everything.
Wait,
That's the message I was
he was
watching.
standing on the where he reads his book
yeah,
for.
on the pulpit. Yeah,
He stand on it.
You stand on that? Yeah. Well, he just preached here at our church recently, and so I'm sure everybody gets to see that. So I want us to talk about today, just so everybody knows, your daddy is a preacher and your mama helps him at the church, doesn't she? And you guys came all the way from Oklahoma to be here with us. These are our friends. You guys stay at our house, don't you? You get to stay at our house. We love having Titus and Silas here with us. We love having Andy and Grandpa. And so we are so excited today to tell you about a very, very special story that we have. And it is about Jesus feeding a multitude. Do you know what a multitude is?
At least 10.
At least 10 is a multitude. But what if I told you there was more than 10?
More than 10.
More than 10,
Is that even
Grandpa?
possible?
Yeah, Grandpa, what if I told you Jesus was able to feed more than 100?
That's stretching the limits of my imagination, but yeah, let's go.
Okay, what if I told you he was able to feed more than 1,000?
My mind's getting blown here.
What if I told you he actually fed more than 5,000?
Careful, Grandpa's gonna have to take his medicine again.
My jaw drops any harder, my teeth will fall out.
So Jesus, with the miracle power, was able to feed over 5,000 people. Because what we have in this story is that there were 5,000 men, but they also had families with them. So we know there was more than just 5,000 people. So let's read here in Matthew. Say Matthew.
Matthew
14.
14.
Verse 13.
Verse 13.
When Jesus heard of it, he departed thence by ship into a desert place apart. And when the people had heard thereof, they followed him on foot out of the cities. So it said Jesus wanted to go away to a quiet place where nobody was at. But the crowds heard that he was traveling and they followed him. He was going off into a place that says like a desert. Oh, Grandpa, have you ever been to the desert?
Yeah, a few times.
Yeah?
My uncle.
Yeah,
My
I
uncle.
used to go there for work.
Oh, okay. And what?
My uncle Ricky lives in the desert.
He lives in the desert. Does he like it there? What does the desert look like? Tell the kids what the desert looks like. Do you know what the desert looks like?
It has a lot of cactus.
It has a lot of cactus. What else?
It is like sand on the ground and a lot of rocks.
Yeah, sand and rocks.
There's 2 cactus here.
Yeah. And then Andy, have you ever done adventures in the desert?
Yeah, I've had to go save Grandpa a few times when he got lost.
It happens.
Oh my goodness. Well, did you get lost, Andy, or were you good?
I'm really good at knowing where I'm at all times, unlike Grandpa.
Well, I know this. The desert, is there like a lot of water in the desert or no? No, that's right. There's not a lot of water. Is there a lot of food even?
No.
No. So Jesus went to go kind of be away. It says in a desert place, kind of a place away from everybody, but there wasn't any stores. There wasn't any food available, but the crowds followed him. What do you think is going to happen? Everybody's going to get maybe stuck or it's too late to travel and get food. So what do you think? I mean, this is like kind of a different situation in that we always can have food at our house. We maybe have stores and shops we can get food from, the grocery store or restaurants. But all these people, over 5,000 people, were in a place where there was no food. And you know what? The disciples, they said to Jesus, hey, this is a place where there's no food. We're away from everybody. They said, and the day is over. You got to send these people back to the villages and to be able to buy food for themselves. So the disciples, Jesus' friends and his followers said, Jesus, send all these people away. But the people didn't want to leave Jesus. They wanted to stay with Jesus, didn't they? Yeah. Would you want to leave Jesus?
Probably not.
No, probably not. I think I would want to stay with him. Why would you want to stay with him, Titus?
Because he's healed me.
Because he healed you? Why would you want to stay with Jesus?
Because he heals everybody.
He heals everybody. These people came and they wanted to be healed and they wanted to be taught. That's why Andy and Grandpa stayed here, because they learned about Jesus and they said, we don't want to leave this church, because they learned about Jesus here, right, Andy?
That's right.
Yeah, so they don't want to leave. Well, if they don't leave, then they won't get any food. Then what is going to happen? What do you think's going to happen if they don't leave and they don't get food?
I don't know.
You don't know? Well, let's find out. It said here they went away and all these people were there, and then they had no villages nearby, but the disciples wanted the people to go away to the villages. And it said in verse 16, Jesus said, do not need to go away. You give them something to eat. Grandpa, he told the disciples to give over 5,000 people something to eat.
That's quite the order.
How many people do you have in your family? Do you know how many people you have? Your mom, your dad, you, and Silas. How many is that?
4.
4. Jesus needed to feed 5,000 and then some.
That's at least an 18% gratuity.
Yeah, that's a big tip. Already worked into that bill, huh?
Yeah.
Oh my.
Not that check neither.
Yeah, right? So over 5,000 people needed to be fed. And the disciples said, send them away. And Jesus told them, you feed them. What do you think they're going to do? Do you know what they're going to do?
Stay.
He said they're going to stay. Let's find out. That's it for today's episode of Kids in Faith. Let's find out next week if Titus is right. We're gonna see if Titus is right. Did they stay? Kids, do you think they stayed? Or do you think Jesus sent them, or the disciples sent them home? Or did they stay and they get fed? We're gonna find out. But until next time, before we go, actually, we need to have, do you know what we do at the end of every episode? What do we do?
Do a joke.
A joke. We're gonna have a joke.
Titus, why didn't the teddy bear eat dessert?
Why?
Because he was stuffed.